I found out there is no business trip. While she was on business, I, 30 male, wanted to leave a present at her, 27 female, desk at work for her birthday. When I arrived, I discovered that there was no business trip. She had called in ill, as had the coworker who had assured me that I had nothing to worry about. She'd been emailing me images of her hotel room and the places she'd been viewing. I know his wife, so after contacting her on Facebook, I obtained her phone number and spoke with her on the phone. He was on a business trip at the time, and they had been sharing images of comparable sites. That's when I told her what I discovered. She remained quiet for a few moments before telling me that he had cheated on her several times and that she had been working on serving him with divorce papers while pretending to be reconciled. She apologized sincerely, but none of this was her fault. She phoned their place of employment on her own to find out. They all said the same thing. He phoned in sick. So, here we are. My girlfriend is still contacting me as usual, claiming to be in a dull meeting. I'm devastated and my anxiety is at an all-time high. But surprisingly, I'm not sobbing this time. This isn't the first time I've been dumped. I understood what a fool I had been. I spotted the warning lights, but I disregarded them again, believing I simply needed to work on my trust problems. I packed all of her belongings and will wait for her to return tonight. Update 1. AppsWide verified that the papers would be served on Monday and that she isn't concerned about any fallout from my addressing my ex. As a result, I confronted her. I'll paraphrase. I know you're now on a business trip. I packed your belongings and placed them outside for you. You'll have to arrange your own transportation from the airport. I am hurt and angered that all we had accomplished together was meaningless to you. I'm hoping it was worthwhile. I'm all screwed up in my brain right now, so I'm not sure when the next update will arrive, but I'll make sure to do so. I appreciate all of the ideas, comments, and words of encouragement. I disabled her number because she was blowing up my phone. When her sister attempted to contact me, I told her of the situation. She's taken aback, ashamed, and outraged. She will pick up my ex from the airport and assist her with her luggage. I have her extra key, so I don't have to be concerned about my safety. Someone advised taking a break from everything. I may do it, but first I need some time to recenter myself. I got a panic attack. Out of habit, I almost phoned my ex as well. That understanding saddened me even more. This is terrible. Update 2. Their Human Resources Department decided to investigate the query posed by AP wife, let's call her Jenny, and they found that it sparked a red signal in their company's HR department. Makes sense. You would think a married woman would know her husband was sick at home. As a consequence, the cat has escaped from its cage. She told him what she knew about them. Because on my ex's emergency contact, they tracked my phone number and contacted me about half an hour ago to see how she was doing. She had called out sick and hadn't answered the phone in a few days when they tried to reach her. I also told them everything that happened. She was in no way unwell. She had purported to be on a business trip, but she had really lied to me about her whereabouts. She went on a vacation with that guy and is now committing adultery with him when I'm out looking. Nothing was held back. I suppose there is still a lot of pent-up energy that needs to be let out at some point. As a result, it is still in the works. Meanwhile, since I'm on the internet, I may as well keep you all up to date. In any case, Jenny phoned me soon after I texted my ex-boyfriend yesterday, and she immediately started blasting up my phone with the fact that AP had been calling her, being more chatty than normal, and eventually asked if anything was wrong and what she was doing. She agreed to go along with it. This lends a great deal of credibility to his and my ex-relationship. Girlfriends, my ex-girlfriend and her sister, came to pick up her items when they landed at the airport late last evening. They did knock, and I didn't open the door to greet them either. After they finished, they sat in their car for a little while. As they talked, I could see her sister's hand signals moving frantically behind her back. I'm not sure whether she was lecturing her or if she was just being rude. She seemed to be in a bad mood. Her ex was put to rest by her own hands, according to her. It wasn't long until she came out and knocked on my door. Many Redditors recommended me to just ignore her, but I made the decision that I wanted to talk with her personally. I was interested in hearing what she had to say about herself, and I was expecting to see her throughout the interview. What a dreadful performance by the cast. It was very painful. It didn't mean anything, says the narrator after lying, dodging, and gaslighting. She begged for a solution and pledged to restrict him from everything, including her phone, and to keep it unlocked at all times. She even made an effort to guilt-trip me at one point. I asked her to show me her phone, which she did. She categorically refused. She was resolute in her opposition. I'd reached the end of my rope. I told her to stay out of my way and not to get in touch with me again if she did. She burst into tears once again and asked me to hand her phone to me, which she eventually agreed to do. Everything was found using the Facebook Messenger application. Nudity and films are all on the menu. Conversations about me, about how naive I was, about how she felt horrible but was too aroused to care right then, and my screenshots were supplied to me through email so that I could review them, which I later forwarded to Jenny. I returned her phone and told her that everything had come to an end. I'm not going to deny, seeing her sobbing in such desperation really hurt my heart. But I had to remind myself that she isn't sorry she cheated. She is just disappointed that she was caught cheating. She was well aware of my prior infidelity and how distressing it had been for me at the time of the affair. It didn't make a difference in the outcome. She was willing to take the chance of squandering 5 years of their life together. And for what purpose is it being used? It was then that I closed the door, spoke on the phone with my parents for a few minutes, and sobbed myself to sleep. I reassured Jenny that I was there to help her if she needed it, and that she was welcome to stay with me and my brother if she needed a place to rest her head. I'm already looking forward to what today will bring. On the time being, I'm at a loss for what to do with myself. I'm not even able to fall asleep again. Update 3. Jenny, AP wife, notified me that both AP and my ex were sacked from their jobs. Not only that, but he was served with divorce papers on the same day. They got into a big fight, and he began smashing and bashing everything. He never touched her, yet she still feels unsafe in his presence. Her parents are in Korea, so she will be living with me until she can find a home of her own. My brother is now deployed, thus his room is empty. My ex, on the other hand, has moved back in with her parents and has been sobbing continually, according to her sister. She hasn't left the home in a long time and hasn't spoken to anybody. Her father apologized to me a few days earlier. Throughout the years I've known him, he's always been silent, cold, and aloof, but on the phone, he was quite friendly and provided me some much-needed words of comfort and advice. As for me, I'm not very good, but I understand that these things take time to iron out. I've been here before, yet it still hurts. 5 years squandered. She was my rock, the one person in this world I could turn to and open myself to, and now I can't. Was it worthwhile? Is that what all those 5 years have meant to you? She was such a good person, self-sufficient, diligent, and truthful. She always seemed to have her stuff together, and you could tell she was going far in life. Her enthusiasm simply made you want to keep your things together. But now it's as though I've forgotten who she is. Everyone is aware of what she did. I made a bad decision and opened up to someone with a large tongue. Her close pals are unhappy and accuse me of doing it on purpose to retaliate against her. I don't want to quarrel with those who were aware of her affair the whole time. One of them actually encouraged it. They never appealed to me. My ex was always so much above them that she appeared out of place. But now I know precisely where she got it. It's heartbreaking and disheartening to watch her slip that far. I'll start boxing with a buddy next week, and he'll also teach me on nutrition and how to eat better in general. I've been aching to try grilling, so I'm thinking of borrowing my brother's Weber and learning how to do it. I'm attempting to keep myself occupied. Because I work from home, everything reminds me of her. Someone recommended moving the furniture in the home. That's a fantastic concept in my opinion. That's all the news I have for you. I don't expect much more. But if something important comes up, I'll provide an update. Thank you very much for all of your help, generosity, and guidance. Edit. Yeah, I've been granted the option to fly to New Orleans for free next month. Jenny and I are thinking about traveling somewhere to get away from all of this nonsense. We'd never there, and we're both foodies, so this may be precisely what we're looking for.